Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast, Festival Edition, Main Street Music Edition. Today we're with Donna Dow. She is with Music on Main. Donna, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Donna, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your family and career.
Oh boy. Well, I was born in Dallas and grew up in Southern Oklahoma. And now I'm working in Denison, Texas, which is just right across the border. So we have beautiful Lake Texoma right around us.
Yeah.
And so it straddles the border. And so it was kind of a region.
Very good. Very good. I've seen a lot of fish pictures lately coming out of Texoma. So the fishing must have been good with the weather change.
Yeah, it's always good down here.
Good. So let's talk about Music on Main. First and foremost, let's talk about the when and the where.
Well, it's on Friday nights during the summer. This year we're going to have it during June and July. We're skipping July 5th because that's right after a concert we have on the 4th. But it's just always a great time in downtown Denison. It's really relaxed. It's a family atmosphere where you can bring your dog or bring your cooler and blanket or lawn chair. And it's just a great time where we listen to great music.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So let's talk about, you mentioned, so you're going to bring your own seating, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. You can bring your own beverages. What do you have for food? The smells is always something that we hear about. People are always interested and want to know, what does it smell like? Do you have food trucks or do we bring our own food?
Well, you can do either. We have limited food items, and we have our local downtown businesses that are bringing their vendors at the event, and so we have wine from a local winery, and you can bring your own coolers if you prefer, and everybody just kind of spreads out on the lawn. Right now we're in Forest Park in downtown Denison, which is right next to the football stadium. Okay. And then we're rebuilding our Heritage Park, which is traditionally where we have Music on Main. So probably next year we'll be able to have, and that's in 2025, we'll be able to have Music on Main back there.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's talk about why this concert series started.
So it started in 2002 with some of our downtown business owners just getting together, and they decided that we needed to have music on Friday nights. And so they did a great job. And, you know, it started really small on a flatbed trailer in our street there. And so then it grew, and I joined in 2011 was my first summer. And so we grew it every year, but in 2015, we joined with the Levitt Foundation, and they gave us a grant to increase the size. And they had certain requirements, which I thought made us just have a better, more thoughtful approach to our music. And so we've continued that, even though we are no longer part of the Levitt series. We've maintained the model that they set forth. And that's to have original artists that write some of their own music, at least, and perform their own music. They're traveling. They have CDs available for download or music available for sale like that. And that's just some of the requirements. But we think that fits well for us, and so we continue that.
Very good. Very good. Well, I appreciate that as an independent artist myself. Very good. All right. Now let's talk about your passion in this, because it is a lot of work to put these on. It's a lot of time. I know you have other projects going on. Why is this important to you?
Well, Denison is a music-friendly community, and that is a passion of mine because we have such a storied history. I want to tell that story, but I want to maintain, so in the future they'll be telling stories about what we've done here. I think the music industry, we have performance studios, we have music stores where you can get strings or new guitars. You can, just buy all your instruments. We have recording studios downtown. So we support the whole industry. And I think it's important to tell that story, but again, to carry it forward. And so music is just a passion, and it's always fun to hear the different stories when the artists come to town. And I'm proud to be able to carry that on and support the artists. We pay our dues to BMAC, CSAC, and ASCAP,
Yeah.
and we really try to do everything we can to support the music industry. Also, we have busking in our downtown, and so artists that are not touring artists, we have a place for them. We have a lot of venues that have music on a regular basis. And then we also support those buskers so they can get started, and try to always pay our artists for performing.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm sure they appreciate that. That's great. You have a diverse music background. So let's talk a little bit about the types of music that you have at your events.
Well, we try to have a diverse offering. Last year we had a lot of blues, we always have country, and they laugh at me because there's Texas country, there's red dirt country, there's traditional country, there's so many types of country, and I think we run the gamut, but that's what's popular in our area.
Yeah.
And so we tend to go heavier on that, but we do our very best to get some rock in there and some blues, just jazz, different things. And then some genres like jazz is typically left to our jazz festival that our tourism department does, because it's really hard to get those touring artists available for Music on Main and get the following out.
Yeah. No, that makes good sense. That's some good sense. All right, now listen, a couple of fun questions, because I am in live music and live entertainment. I always ask these next two questions purely for a fun standpoint. So I want to know, what is the best concert you've ever seen your entire life?
Not Music on Main, just the best concert.
The best concert anywhere.
Well, I'm an Alabama fan, so I've seen plenty of those, and they've all been awesome. The one that surprised me the most was probably Garth Brooks flying over Texas Stadium. When he did "Don't Go Down the Sun." I can't even think of the song name.
I ain't going down till the sun comes up.
Yes, that's it. I just couldn't say it. I knew it.
I knew what you were talking about too, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what is she?" Yes, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a total surprise, and that was a lot of years ago. But it was a good
Okay,
concept.
dead or alive, you get to see one musical act. Who would you want to see?
Jeez, live in concert, right?
Live in concert, dead or alive, band or artist. Who would you want?
Okay, so I've already seen Alabama. I would see them again if I had to pick, but I've never seen George Strait, and he's someone that I would appreciate seeing. I know.
That's a great answer. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with that. There's really no wrong answer, because it's your answer. I just love it. I just love the variety that we get as we go through there. Okay, most importantly today, how can people look up Music on Main, your concert series? How can they find that information?
So go to downtowndenison.com, and later on we'll be posting updates on our social media. We always announce right around the 17th of March, and I think that falls on a weekend this year, so we may do it a different day, but right around the middle of March, we'll announce our lineup for next year, and it's always great. We have some artists that you've not heard of, if you're local, maybe they tour in a different part of the country or whatever, so you might not hear of them. But I can guarantee if you come to Music on Main, you're always going to hear a good performance by great performers. And even though you might not have heard of them, you'll be entertained.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you so much for being on with us today, Donna. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road.